Hello everyone, Atma Namaste and welcome to my channel. In this video, I want to talk about prana, the life force energy that permeates everything around us. I briefly mentioned prana when I introduced pranic healing in my first video. Here I will go a bit deeper and explain the sources of prana and the relationship of prana with food. Prana is a Sanskrit word and simply means life energy. You may also heard of it as chi, ki, mana, roa in different languages. For example, it's this energy that is channeled in Tai Chi, martial arts and yoga practices. It is also this energy that is used in healing methods, such as acupuncture, Reiki and pranic healing. This life energy supports us physically, mentally and emotionally, such that we cannot survive without it. We get prana from the food through the digestive system and from the air through breathing. Our chakras and inner aura also allow us to receive prana from the outside. Prana exists everywhere, whether we use it or not. As Master Choa said, we are swimming in an ocean of life energy, and even knowing this fact helps us absorb more of this energy. You must have experienced a lack or excess of prana in different situations in your lives. For example, people with excess prana make the people around them feel more alive. You become more energetic when you are around these people. On the contrary, those who have low amount of prana unconsciously draw energy from other people, and such people would make you feel tired and exhausted. Similarly, when the weather is bad, whether it's rainy, snowy or just overcast, the air and solar prana are reduced, and due to this decrease, many people could get sick. Especially around 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, prana is the lowest. Therefore, it's recommended for us to be in bed at this time. There is much more prana during the day than at night, and which is due to the appearance of the sun. In order for us to be alive, there must be sufficient and clean prana in our body, and we call this the law of life energy. Pranic healing is based both on this law and on the body's ability to heal itself. By removing the dirty prana from the body and replacing it with clean prana, we are actually accelerating the body's self-healing process. Technically, this is how the so-called miraculous healings actually happen. You see, we don't have a magic wand, as some people think. I wish we did, but we don't. This is not a witchcraft, but pure science. Prana has 3 main sources, fellows: the air, the sun and the earth. Besides, water absorbs and stores the prana from the air, from the soil and from the sun. Plants and trees also draw prana from these sources, and that's why fresh vegetables contain more prana than processed foods. And of course, plants have much more prana than animals, and it is much cleaner. Firstly, solar prana energizes our whole body and keeps us healthy. We can get the solar prana by staying under the sun for about 5 to 10 minutes or drinking water exposed to sunlight. It would be better if we put the water in glass. And since this prana is quite powerful, you should keep it short, of course. Secondly, as we breathe, we take air prana through our lungs. And our chakras also use the air prana directly. We can take in more air prana through slow, rhythmic and deep breath. And for this purpose, different breathing techniques are taught in pranic healing courses. Lastly, we get prana from the earth through our feet, especially when we step on the ground barefoot. It's also possible to consciously draw prana from the soil by using some extra breathing techniques. Also, pine trees and big old trees spread lots of prana. We can draw prana from these trees using our palms. I especially love hugging trees, and when you ask them to give you energy and when you respect them, you can feel the difference in your energy level. I suggest you try it sometime. The food we eat doesn't only consist of components like vitamins, minerals or proteins. We are also feeding and strengthening our energy body with the right foods we take in. For example, fresh foods contain much more fresh prana than dietary supplements. Therefore, a balanced diet requires not only the right amount of physical nutrients, but also the right amount of color pranas. And different foods have different color pranas. And each color prana has a specific function. Therefore, each food has a different role in our body. You can read more about these color pranas from the link in the description. The key point here is balance, folks. So then, what should we eat and what should we avoid. As a result of his experiments with high clairvoyant masters, Master Choa gave us substantial information about food. For example, pork and fish without scale, such as eel and catfish, they have very dirty energy. And likewise, drugs, tobacco products, and constant use of alcohol have also been found to contaminate the body and clog the meridians. They also result in many different mental illnesses. He also recommended that we reduce meat in our diet, since the energy of all types, especially the red meat, is dirty. People who do spiritual work need to pay special attention to these, because the structure of the energy body is purified in these practices. In pranic healing, you can also learn how to scan the dirty energy in food and how to clean it. Let's give some examples of prana in food. Corn and lemon contain plenty of orange and green prana. Therefore, they have cleansing and decongestant properties. The orange prana found in garlic strengthens the immune system, again because it has a cleansing effect. But be careful to use it properly. It's more convenient to use it when you feel sick. Green vegetables contain a lot of green prana. Once again, it has cleansing properties and has a detox effect. And there is orange prana in carrots. Again, there is orange prana in papaya. And it's recommended in the book, especially for the people with constipation problems. The types and amounts of prana in many such foods can be found by scanning their energy. So you can consume foods that have the required amount of prana that you need. It's possible to benefit more from this life force that surrounds us with proper nutrition, proper breathing, physical exercises, and good relationships. Especially doing breathing exercises for 5 to 10 minutes a day will increase our awareness as well as our concentration. Because when we breathe consciously, we become more aware of the prana we receive, and we can take more prana in. At this point, it's important to keep our physical and etheric bodies clean. In order to cleanse the etheric body, we can have a salt bath to remove the dirty energy from the aura, and this helps us absorb the prana more easily. As a final piece of information, let me also point out that all kinds of objects can also be energized by prana. Even water, herbs, medicines, oils, foods, and even objects like plasters can be charged and used to accelerate the healing or simply to energize the person. You can learn about these techniques in pranic healing courses. For the courses and healing sessions, you can DM me from the Instagram. For more about pranic healing, you can check the link to the website down below. Thank you for listening, guys. To get the latest videos, you can click the subscribe button. See you in my next video. Take care. Atma Namaste.